What is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here, and we are back for another Modern League. Now, this time we are going to be running something a little bit different. So we are actually running black-white deck that I sort of designed a little bit. There's a little bit of an inspiration from Smallpox. But obviously, like from an 8-rack deck, like that has smallpox. But obviously, we're like a little bit different to what they're doing. All right. So turn one, we have interaction via our discard over here. And with that discard, get to either pick apart an aggro plan, mid-range plan, or combo plan. We got a whole bunch of creature removal here as well, which is pretty sweet. At 2 mana, we got Stoneforge Mystic with the package. There's a Swords package and a Batterskull package over here. Not quite sure what's going on. I seem to be missing my Sword of Fire and Ice. Let's go ahead and bring that back in. We've also got Liliana of the Veil plus Lingering Souls. So obviously you can discard Lingering Souls to Smallpox or Liliana. Get a bit of value there. We've got Gideon of the Trials here as a Planeswalker that sort of deals damage and survives board wipes and things along those lines. Over here, we've got our Gurmog Angler. We've got a Batterskull, obviously, for the Stoneforge, and a Languish. So Languish is sort of a board wipe that should kill most creatures, but won't kill our Gurmag, which is kind of nice. Yep. And land-based wise, we have actually got over here, we've got 3 Urborgs and 3 Flagstones of Trakar. So Flagstones of Trakar, when it goes to the graveyard from the battlefield, I can search my library for a planes, put it on the battlefield tapped. Good synergy with Smallpox there. So hopefully our Smallpox, our Liliana of the Veils, these will hurt our opponent more than they will hurt us. And yeah, standard sort of land base. I've got 7 shocks in there. Help trigger revolt. Of course, I don't need to necessarily do all that all the time because I've got Urborg in there as well. Means I can tap stuff for a swamp. Sideboard wise, we have got our Damping Spheres here. We've got Stony Silence. Got another Collective Brutality and Timely Reinforcement. It's mostly for if we verse burn/combo there. Plague Engineer for anything that swarms some creatures. Looking at you, elves. Languish, good board wipe. Leyline of the Void for graveyard strategies. So with that brief stuff out of the way, we're going to be jumping into a league and seeing how my Theorycraft goes. Alright, so here we are for match number 1. We're versing Rajin, and we won the dial. We're going to be on the play. I got this hand with a Marsh Flats. We got Thoughtseize. Got a Collector of Brutality for turn 2. This is a pretty solid keep. It's not the most super amazing thing ever, but definitely a good place to start, right? Alright, so we're going to crack this land. We're going to shock. We're going to Thoughtseize. And obviously we're targeting our opponent. Alright, looks like we're versing a Tron deck. I'm not entirely sure if with Thoughtseize it's going to record all this information for me, so I'm just going to take a snippet anyway, just in case. Alright, so we have the opportunity to disrupt our opponent from getting Tron, so I think we should do that. We'll take away the Expedition map and pass to our opponent. So they go ahead, they play the star. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. I don't really have much to do here this turn because they don't have instants or sorceries. We also sort of missed a land drop here. Guess we can just make our opponent lose life and we can gain some life. I don't really have much else to do with the turn. This does put a card in the graveyard for Gurmog Angler as well. Hey Trapixia, how you going? welcome back for some more fun. Of course, he finds the expedition map. That would be about right. We're versing Tron here, Tropixia. All right, cool. Well, we actually drew something of relevance here. And if we don't smallpox, we're going to be facing a world of hurt. So let's go ahead and crack this one. I think we want to keep hold of our double black. I'm actually going to get rid of the Mutavault here. All right, and we'll pass to our opponent. All right, so they play out the other mine. We find the marsh flats. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Guess I didn't need to crack that heaps hard there. I'm gonna like try and leave some cards in the graveyard though at this point. Get our Gurmog Angler out and pass the turn. I guess we're facing Khan no matter what. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. This is a rough spot. We're just Liliana plus. We lose Gurmog and Liliana. This way, we're probably going to lose both, but their Khan's going to have to neg twice instead of just negging once. Right on time. All right, Battleskull, you can get to our graveyard. Feeling like a little bit under the pump here, really. Not going to lie. Mostly because he's just assembled Tron through Disruption. Wow, incredible, man. Incredible. We could still draw Gurmog Angler and give this Ugin a hard time. But Khan's just going to neg on the Gurmog Angler. And alright, we're going to concede this one here. Pretty tough match for match number one. Alright, so in this matchup, obviously Languish is sort of bad. Fatal Push seems pretty bad as well. Damping Sphere seems fantastic. Collective Brutality we saw then was pretty bad. And Stony Silence actually seems really good. Alright, so we'll bring in the Stony Silence and the Damping Spheres, taking out the Fatal Push and the Collective Brutality. Alright, so game number 2 here. We've got this hand. Hand with Stony Silence seems pretty strong against Tron, so I'm going to go ahead and keep. We haven't got much else, but Stony Silence is just excellent. I mean, it's actually kept to 7. That's interesting. Let's just quickly run. I'm going to export this deck again and update my stream decker real quick. Alright, so that should not take too long. You need a subscribe button. Oh, have I not got a subscribe button? That's kind of awkward. It's kind of very awkward. Alright, get Stony Silence out there. Okay, so it's current. Sylvan Scrying. Alright, so opponent's gonna look to try and fix everything up. Very awkward. Sorry. Let me see if I can quickly interact with my dashboard somehow. Let's stream manager, extensions, yada yada. Alright, we'll get our Liliana out. I think, obviously, getting rid of the Bloodstained Mai here is sort of fine. Lingering Souls Boros, we can actually leave in hand. So hopefully we find a smallpox and we can disrupt our opponent's land. Stitched worm coil engine, that's awkward for our path to exile. I know, I'll look at it after this match maybe. Guess technically I should leave white up for path to exile there actually. So I've slightly mis-sequenced all of that. Hopefully it doesn't hurt us, lose us the game. Get ready for Ugin on curve 2 games in a row. Brilliant. How does he do it? Jesus, man. How does he do it? Hey, look, right on time. Interaction. Alright, let's fucking skip this one up. We've got nothing going here. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, here we are for match number 2 of this modern league. We're in the draw. That looks pretty reasonable. We can't cast Path to Exile yet, but should be pretty good with anything else. Monastery Swift Spear. Looks like a prowess deck, maybe. So opponent's going to attack in at us. Not sure how much I like this Urbolg Tomb of the Dam. I mean, Urbolg's fine, but I'm not sure about how much I like the Thoughtseers. I sort of think we have to do it. See if we get an Eidolon of the Great Revel. It could be Burn here. Alright, so there's Eidolon of the Great Revel. We'll take that one away. It's definitely saved us some life. Now... No, I think we want widgets. Chat box. Alright, well, we've bricked on land twice. This is really awkward because our hand is full of white stuff, and we've got a lot more white sources than this, and we literally can't cast anything right now. Text color. Let's change my text color to white real quick. So that should make things a bit nicer. Do I have to click save anywhere, actually? Save settings. Yeah. Cool. Opponent suspends Rift Bolt. Hey, look, we actually found some removal. That's pretty nice. We are pretty close to dead, though. Feels like Bogles. I'm just like always one land short of doing anything. Gonna let him attempt to do some more damage here potentially. Alright, I'll take the 2. Kill this Monastery Swift Spear. Opponent gets Liliana of the Eidolon of the Great Revel. Oh my god, we can't draw anything, man. Alright, I'm just gonna pack this one in. We literally just drew top end crap all game. And white mana would have been really nice, right? Okay, so in this matchup, I can see Collective Brutality being good, Timely Reinforcements being good. Probably our Thoughtseizers are not the best. Other than that, we're maybe a little bit light on the sideboard on cards that deal with our opponent. If we bring in Languish, That'll give us an extra way to clear Eidolon of the Great Revel without taking damage. Or we could maybe just bring in a Damping Sphere and slow our opponent's tempo down. I think I like bringing in the Damping Sphere. Might have 2 Damping Spheres here. Yeah, we just, we need our mana. That's all we need. So game 2, match 2. We've got Iok into Smallpox and a Timely Reinforcements. This seems really good. I'm going to keep it. This is actually what we want to be doing with the deck. I think we take the Skullcrack. My opponent's going to Goblin Guide, and then we can get their land and the Goblin Guide. So I think it's worthwhile for 2 points of damage, right? Hey, an Urborg, not bad. Another Urborg? Alright, well I know what land I'm going to play now. If it ever wants to go down. What is going on here? My internet has gone super slow. Discard a card. Alright, well, I guess getting rid of basic swamp is fine. Sacking the Urborg. That's also out of hand. I guess we can't really get like the token value out of our timely reinforcements unless our opponent has a creature. I think this puts us in a reasonable spot. Wow, opponent played land and nothing else. It seems okay to me. Let's drop our Mutavault on down and pass it back. See if we're going to get lightning bolted here. We actually need our opponent to deal damage before we can think about doing timely reinforcements. So if we attack with Mutavault, we're playing into our opponent's Searing Blaze, which I'm not a big fan of. So let's just drop Marsh Flats and pass the turn. Oh, is he drawn Boros Charm? It's a good draw. Well, we have perfect information on their hand, bar the first card they've drawn for this turn. But we have set up a nice spot for us to get our timely reinforcements off, right? Wow, that is a really good draw as well. There's got to be just more value going for timely straight away, though. Alright, so our opponent can now Searing Blaze us. Taking away a token. We can double block the Eidolon and kill it. And then we can Collective Brutality with Escalate. And attack with a Mutavault. Okay, so opponent chooses to do nothing in that spot. think we definitely want a brutality with Escalate here. Alright, so we want to drain. Oh, we could actually do 3 modes. And save Liliana for next turn. Drain 2. Alright, let's escalate 3 modes. So target opponent, target creature, target opponent, pay 2. Discard, keep the Liliana. Skewer and lightning bolts. Alright, so we'll take away a lightning bolt. One, 2, 3. I don't really want to lose our Mutavault to a lightning bolt here. Maybe it's correct. Because it paves the way for Liliana next turn, potentially. It's just going to lightning bolt face. Cycle the Sunbait Canyon. I guess that makes a bit more sense, right? Rift Bolt on suspend, Lightning Bolt on face. And skewer the critics. Alright. So opponent's hand empty. He's out of tricks at this point. I think we just Mutavault and bash and don't really worry about anything else because we have our opponent dead in 2 turns. We're going to go to 7 and be in a pretty good spot. Alright, so that's fine. What else have they got? Another Eidolon of the Great Revel. Get rid of that one. Alright, so it's potential we want Plague Engineer. Potential we want Languish again. I don't really, on the context of that game, think Damping Sphere is going to be super amazing. There's potential that our Liliana of the Veil might be a bit slow as well. I just don't have much good stuff, and Thoughtseize isn't really a strong card against them. So we Plague Engineer, we can... If we have 2, we can take out a creature. That's a bit iffy. Alright, let's just bring the Languish in. Okay, so we've got this 7 with the Flagstone Smallpox combo. Awesome. I'm going to keep. Inquisition's a pretty good draw as well, isn't it? Alright, we'll just go ahead and do that. Skullcrack, Eidolon, Boros Charm. Let's get rid of Boros Charm. No, Skullcrack, I guess. I want to get rid of Boros Charm there, but we just kind of can't. Hey, double Smallpox. Let's go. Discard a card. Alright, what card do we want to discard here? Maybe Path to Exile. Maybe Mutavault. You get rid of the Path. We've got removal and brutality anyway. Get our Godless Shrine into play. Alright, that's an okay turn. We are still at a very high life total. And unless our opponent's drawing lands, these smallpox are going to start becoming very taxing on them. Hot damn. Hot damn. That's pretty good. Alright, so Boros Charm to face. We Inquisition them. We find Skewer the Critics. And Rift Bolt. Yeah, well, we can take whatever there. We can then either Smallpox and drain our opponent like very low, or we can Brutality, potentially escalate discarding the Smallpox. I like Brutality escalating here. Alright, so now we're set up for timely reinforcements. We can attack with a Mutavault. Opponent Lava Spikes us. So far, we're doing a reasonable job as the control deck here. Alright, Mutavault going hard. Opponent's sacking his Sunbait Canyon. He's looking for something. So another Sunbait Canyon and nothing exciting. Alright, cool. Oh, wow, that's a pretty good threat. Alright, so I'm going to tap that for mana, and then we're just going to delve whatever from the graveyard because we can't get any of it back. Big old Gurmog. Our opponent lowering our life total here will actually turn timely reinforcements on. Maybe it was a bit of an oversight me not playing it before now. But I will play it for the life gain, and then I can kill my opponent over 2 turns with Gurmog attacks. Sacking another Sunbait Canyon. Opponent concedes. Alright, that's our first win with the deck. Let's go. Alright, so welcome back for match number 3. We won the die roll. We're versing Falcon. We got this hand, and I think it looks like a reasonable hand. I'm going to keep. Guess we can lead on our Flagstones of Trakar, and that will potentially make it like if we draw a Smallpox, it'll give us a really good turn 2. If not, we can Path to Exile potentially. I guess like I'm concerned if I'm versing a control deck here, I might be in some trouble. Opponent has Mulligan to 6 though, which is nice. Oh, it says here he was last seen playing Dredge. I don't know if we're going to do that well against Dredge. If we can get Batterskull out, I think we might be in an okay spot. And being on the play will potentially help with that. Opponent's kept a 6-card hand. Alright, looks like he might still be on Dredge. Let's disguise the fact that we are a black deck for the moment. I think we just get our Batterskull here. Hoping my opponent discard their dredges is probably not where we want to be. Alright, so Cathartic Reunion, discarding 2 creatures. Gotcha. It's pretty slow and lackluster turn. Does that mean he doesn't have dredge cards in hand? It could potentially be exactly what it means. I think we just want to get this Batterskull out. So we'll pass to our opponent and look to end step it in. So opponent gets Bloodghast. Bloodghast is a creature that cannot block. What are we doing now? Double red. Conflagrate? No, Cathartic Reunion. Discarding Ox. There's a little while away from Oxing. Golgari Thug to the bin. Alright, so he's finally hit some dredge cards in the graveyard. Smallpox. How much does that help me here? I think Smallpox is reasonable. We can attack for 5, drain our opponent. If we path the Bloodcast and Smallpox the prized amalgam, I think we might want Path to Exile for the Ox actually. Can I Liliana plus or minus and have that go decent? Alright, let's go ahead and Liliana the Veil here. And we'll +1. We'll discard our Bloodstain Mire. Hopefully our opponent doesn't discard anything too menacing, but I think Stinkweed Imp is probably the biggest dredge card they have, and it's already in the grave. They did discard the Conflagrate. So we might need help from one of our swords, like Feast and Famine, and then we might be in an okay spot. But we do need to get to the point where we have Feast and Famine. Looks like my opponent's setting up for the Ox here. A big Conflagrate. Dealing 4 and 2. Interesting. Let's see what his attacks are like now. Both at Liliana. Let's get rid of the Bloodghast because it reoccurs. If we get rid of the Prized Amalgam, I guess that's going to reoccur as well, really. So maybe it didn't really matter what we did. Alright, well this is decent value. So we're going to cast a Smallpox, discarding the Lingering Souls, sacrificing the Flagstones, and getting a land in replacement. So we should be able to leave our Lingering Souls in the grave now. Get out Gurmog Angler plus the Liliana. And we're one land off of putting Batterskull on Gurmog Angler, which could be pretty strong. Potentially game-winningly strong. Why don't it cast a Life from the Loam? So they're setting up for a big Ox here. They've got Stinkweed Imp, Golgari Thug, and double Life from the Loam that they can access. Alright, so a Creeping Chill has just triggered. I think he discarded 2 from hand, so that's only 1 more Creeping Chill in the deck to worry about. Sweet. Alright, let's attack for 9. And I guess we'll just plus Liliana and keep trying to annoy our opponent. It's probably not the most optimal strategy against Dredge, but I don't really have much else to do with it. Doing a neg there doesn't really give us much. Yes, keeping Stinkweed Imp in the graveyard will stop our creature from being hit by Death Touch, but he's probably just put it back into hand now. This is sort of close. Games 2 and 3, we will have 4 Leyline of the Void to help us out, though. I did foresee this as a matchup that we might be versing. So obviously Leyline of the Void is very good, and Plague Engineer is actually reasonable as well. Sort of Feast and Famine would be a perfect draw. Alright, well, guess we play out our Gideon. If I plus the Gideon on the Stinkweed Imp, I can prevent it from dealing combat damage to my Gurmog Angler. Which means I can attack and gain a bunch of life. Seems pretty strong. Alright, so he's going to go for some sort of a crazy block here. I guess trading 3 for 1 is not the worst thing in the world. We are now in like a little bit of trouble though. Maybe I don't attack. I don't know. What can we do in that spot if we don't attack? 35 now. Opponent's got 10 cards left in their library. Consider both of my planeswalkers gone. Oh shit, I didn't flash back my Lingering Souls. This is really dumb. Okay. I'm trolling. If I get back Lingering Souls there, that whole play actually wasn't too bad. Because I didn't. It's actually pretty awful. Maybe he miscalculates damage with the Stinkweed Imp. Alright, so they're getting rid of Gideon straight away. Glitch Lingering Souls, yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. They're leaving Liliana on the board. Getting rid of Gideon. I'm not used to looking at my graveyard for spells to cast. But yeah, here if he did that, we're able to, you know, guarantee equipping a flyer and making a 5/5 flyer with Vigilance Lifelink, which is very strong in this spot. I think given we've got the Lingering Souls, we're probably going to do okay here. Fatal Push isn't bad. I think I actually leave Liliana as she is right now. Strangely enough. I can trigger Revolt for my Fatal Push and maybe kill a Prized Amalgam if he's trying to kill the Lily. Opponent 3 cards left in their deck. We can stall out for a few more turns. They will lose to decking themselves. So at this point, I guess we're no more damage worse off because we couldn't attack into the Stinkweed Imp that turn anyway. Ouch. Okay, that's going to be pretty good. Is that Conflagrate discarded or flashed back? From the graveyard, that was flashed back. Alright, so here we're taking 8 damage. We can Batterskull to hand and then play it next turn. Guess that's our best line. What are we drawing? Inquisition. Alright, that's a big steaming pile of nothing exciting. Get out that Batterskull. Hope it's enough to survive one more turn. Can obviously block a Prized Amalgam, gain some life. He will net deal a bunch of damage across though. Has he got another Conflagrate? This is very unfortunate if he has another Conflagrate. Alright, he's casting the Merchant from exile. I will say, this is like very grindy here. Alright. We go to 13. Holy, that is a good draw. Alright, let's start things off by Inquisitioning our opponent. Seeing what's in hand. Creeping Chill. Alright. Let's crack our Bloodstained Mire and get a swamp. Which means we can now kill this Stinkweed Imp. Attack our opponent for 4. We might actually get there. This is kind of crazy at the moment. Hey, black. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Alright, we got there in the end. We learned how to play a delve card. Holy smokes. So Creeping Jill can drain for 3. Obviously we're on a virtual 20. And we can block 2 of their creatures. So we're looking at taking 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We are still alive. This is a crazy game. Holy smokes. Opponent concedes. Alright, good team. Alright, you know what that means, guys? That means it is time for Leyline of the Void. I think Languish is looking pretty solid as well. GG indeed, Glitch. GG indeed. Timely Reinforcements is actually potentially good as well, as is Plague Engineer. I reckon Brutality is a little bit slow and lackluster. Liliana of the Veil is pretty bad against what our opponent's doing. And Lingering Souls has still got to be okay. Maybe single targeted removal or our discard is where we want to trim at this point. Let's trim a Fatal Push and a Thought Seize, I reckon. Alright, so we got this turn 1 hand with Leyline of the Void. Queensland? No, I'm from South Australia. Mayerford, pardon me. Alright, let's keep this one. This is great. Yeah, you saw the end of that one? Yeah, that was a bit painful, Glitch. I did, however, go to GP Queensland, like, back 4 or 5 years ago or something. Alright, let's see. Does our opponent scoop it up against Leyline of the Void or not? Be pretty funny if they do. I guarantee you he's... I'd be surprised if he packed Sideboard Hate for it, but he may have. He can just play creatures out and play a slow game. Alright, let's just play this one tapped. I don't think we're going to need the Fatal Push too much there. Stoneforge Mystic, we can get our Batterskull, and then we can start doing the thing. Unless our opponent prompts something. Shriekhorn, alright. The old turn 2 Shriekhorn Missile Land Drop. Oof. Big oof there. Yeah, Godless Shrine is fine here. And we can just play our Stoneforge. We can get our Batterskull. Alright. Feels pretty cruisy at the moment. It's going to be very sad if our opponent somehow manages to hardcast a Narcomoeba and then we just Plague Engineer it. Not even sure we in a position where we will ever need to cast Smallpox this game. Conflagrate into exile. Ooh, Take that. Opponent concedes. All right, they've had enough. We got there. Go team. All right, welcome back for match number 4 of this modern league. Currently 2-1 versus LVC. We lost the Daryl and are going to be on the draw. And we got a double Gurmog, Pox, and no black mana. All right, well, this looks like a pretty solid mulligan to me. Opponent is keeping 7. Now we got flagstones. Okay, this seems good. We can keep it. Ditch the excess Urborg. Celestial Colonnade. Alright, so we're versing a control deck. That is a good draw. Let's see what's up. Logic not. Force of negation. Logic not. No, wait, did our opponent keep a 1-lander? I did not mean to click on Path to Exile there. I was just dragging that into position. That is absolute bollocks. Keeping a 1-lander is very questionable there. Unfortunately, I wanted to take the Force Negation, but unfortunately I can't just resolve his Smallpox here. Which means I'm probably going to have to go for the Collective Brutality line. Potentially Thoughtseize, and Thoughtseize can take a Planeswalker. Let's go Collective Brutality. He's found a mana leak as well. Lame. Alright. Not too shabby. So, man, he's ripped freaking run of land drops. This is absolutely crazy, dude. Thoughtseize our opponent. Yeah, Thoughtseize into Smallpox, that's the plan. So at this point, he's got both Logic Knot and Mana Leak. I don't know at any other point that we're going to be able to cast this, but I think I'm just throwing it away at this point. Need an early creature to win this one. I got the Mutavault. It's just not a good creature, you know? Something like Liliana, yeah. Alright, let's animate Mutavault and start attacking. I can't believe he kept a 1-lander. Like that. I think that was a 7 as well. Yeah, he kept a 7-card 1-land hand with control and ripped run of land drops. Absolute crazy stuff. At least we play around Supreme Verdict really well with our double manland. And Archmage's Charm. Jeez, the rich get richer. Meanwhile, this Urborg is sitting here rotting in hand. Okay, that's a good one. By Urborg, I mean Fatal Push. Totally the same card, right? Alright, we'll go to combat. Attack with Mutavault. Maybe I should be doing the Shambling event because it's the more mana intensive one. I don't like casting Stoneforge and just losing it there. If I Fatal Push my own Mutavault here, I actually deny my opponent's land draw off of this, and I really like that idea, so I'm going to Fatal Push this. You like forcing the Stoneforge Mystic there, Glitch, or you like hitting the Fatal Push on your own Mutavault? He's hit another land drop. What is this rubbish, man? You flipping kidding me? Holy smokes. Forcing the Stoneforge? Okay. Because we attacked with the wrong land last turn as well. Like, if I do that exact line with Shambling Vent, I can attack with Mutavault and play Stoneforge Mystic. Can't really do that at the moment. Either way, waste a verdict or bounce it, giving you 2 ETBs. Yeah. Well, they're probably just going to counter it with the cryptic command there, right? Oh, this is awkward. Can Stoneforge Mystic and then force a sword onto the battlefield? I think we want to go for that here. Alright, so Sword of Fire and Ice has got to be just the best one for against our opponent. Play the Urborg, choose the Urborg to keep, we'll choose the new one. And we will resolve the Sword of Fire and Ice. I don't know, I think we're in trouble at this point. They find Teferi Time Raveler, amazing. Wait. This is odd. Look at him, he's got 8 cards in hand now. This is ridiculous. I think if we had the early Stoneforge Mystic, we might be in a better spot. Also, if our opponent didn't rip like a god, that would also be pretty nice. I'm not like completely fucked. I can kill this Teferi Time Raveler at least. Or he just draws the path to exile. Alright, let's concede and go to the next game. This is a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Alright, so... Why are you selecting white? Why do you do this to me, sideboard? Let's make this all a little bit smaller so it fits on one line, right? There we go. Alright, so cards that are sort of bad against this deck. Fatal Push, Path to Exile. Cards that are good, Leyline of the Void. Let's just... maybe do it into some sort of sensible piles here. Finding some foods, back soon. Alright, see you soon, Glitch. Languish is bad. Brutality in. So if we... leave you in a Path to Exile, take out the other bits. We... oh, there's still a Languish there, Jesus. Sort, converted mana cost. Timely Reinforcement's good against them. We're not really going to get the creature side, so probably not. Maybe Fatal Push is better than the Path to Exile here because it hits Colonnade either way. And Snapcaster Mage either way. Doesn't give our opponent a land. Anything else I want to change here? Is Feast and Famine a bit dead? Making my opponent discard isn't too bad unless they draw insanely. Really what hurt us last game was not being able to curve out onto Smallpox. Alright, this seems like a keep. Although we don't have black mana for Inquisition, but we do have a turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic and double Leyline of the Void. I think on the strength of Stoneforge Mystic, we can keep this. Could well be wrong. Alright, oh, fuck off, man. Hopefully no spells now. That'd be the baddest of the beats. Well, that resolved. He's just bringing in a tapped fetch land. Alright, let's get our battle skull. Interesting that he bought it in Stonely Silence against me. That seems very odd. Alright, so we've not only missed a land drop, we've drawn another black card. He does know that Stoneforge Mystic isn't an artifact, right? I guess maybe he's looking at dealing with the germ token, and then we're not going to be able to do very much with it. Attack our opponent for 4. I think if I Archmage Charm the germ, the Batterskull falls off, right? Because they'll own the germ and the Batterskull will fall off there. Maybe we can pre-combat the Inquisition. Own it with the Archmage's Charm. Alright. Double Path Wall of Omens? Really? Island Plains Field of Ruin. Jesus, man. Guess I get rid of the, yeah. Awkward. You ever seen a control deck with less counter magic? Holy smokes. So opponent wants to, you know, Field of Ruin our Flagstones of Trokar here, right? Let's attack for 4, 5. Alright, so we put him to 10. Seems like a good spot for Lingering Souls. That card's gotta scare him a little bit. Obviously he could rip Supreme Verdict and we'll be in trouble, but then we can just flash back the souls and we get decent value at that point. We'll get another swamp here. And it plays an island. Plays a Jace. Alright, well Jace is not long for this world. You can bounce the germ token. Wow, they're fate sealing us? What? That seems a bit greedy. I guess we just want to get rid of this Jace here as best as we can. Once he's tapped out, we can then look to Collective Brutality or resolve this Gurmog Angler. Get our basic. I can escalate this brutality and drain my opponent for 2 life. Alright, so let's... Target opponent reveals their hand and drain for 2 life. Okay. So opponent... Pay the mana. Discard the Leyline of the Void. Get rid of the Path to Exile. Alright. I should be playing Gurmog there. I'm an absolute peanut. Oh my god. I didn't think I had enough cards in the graveyard. They find Wall of Omens. What are they doing now? Bouncing a spirit? That doesn't work. They have to brainstorm, right? Wait, they're fate sealing still? On themselves. Alright, we might as well Inquisition our opponent. Celestial Purge on a ley line. Guess we just send everything at our opponent. Resolve this one and +1. Alright. So we had an opportunity to get Gurmog Angler down. We made the mistake. It's potential we could have Gurmogged and Lingering Souls that turn. Actually, that probably would have been better. I think Gideon was a dumb move. Okay. We still might win the game, though. It's not the sort of deck that I'm super used to playing. Them porting in Stony Silence is very interesting. Do we want anything else from the sideboard if they're going Stony Silence route? I guess. Plague Engineer is decent against Wall of Omens. And not really. Alright, opponent with the biggest brainstorm in the world here. Did our opponent just ramp us? Okay. Very bizarre. And I didn't activate Gideon. Oh my god. I deserve to lose this game. Alright, I think after this league, I'm just going to play a nice, easy Bogles league, I reckon. One where I don't need to think, right? We might actually want to leave this Gurmog Angler in hand. If we play it, we play into Mana Leak, and we've got enough damage to kill our opponent with the spirits here. Lingering Souls proving pretty decent. Fairy, Hero of Dominaria, sure. He's like fast playing this turn. I'm sort of scared here. That's a good one. Alright. So what, like Cryptic Command? Yes, we just animate and look to attack, and if they cryptic, they cryptic. Kill the wall, get that out of the way. Cast the Gurmag. We might as well empty the Sword of Feast and Famine onto the board as well, although I don't think anything's ever going to happen through that Stony Silence. So my opponent can bounce the Gurmog with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Can bounce a creature with Jace. Oh god. Alright. As I said, we do deserve to lose this game, so we're getting closer and closer to doing that. Wow, triple Planeswalker. Holy shit, man. Can still attack with 2 spirits. Okay, well, we might be able to attack and kill with all our spirits, but I smell another cryptic command here. Imagine if we had Mana Tithe and we were able to Mana Tithe their opponent when they go for that cryptic. There's the colonnade. The win condition is coming on down. Just in time. Alright, well, let's go to combat. Attack with everything at our opponent. They concede. Wow. Okay, we did not deserve to win that, but I am very much glad that we did. Holy smokes. Alright, let's bring in these Plague Engineers. I think we can trim out these swords now that we've seen Stony Silence. Batterskull still seems okay. Stoneforge Mystic seems a little bit weak. An extra Fatal Push might help us as well. So yeah, let's -1 Stoneforge. Alright, we'll try and play a bit tighter than that game as well. Okay, well, we have no white mana for our Gideon, but we have a good discard package, so let's keep. Okay, we have a very good discard package. Goodbye, Dovan's Veto. Alright, let's just look to strip the Supreme Verdict out of their hand, I suppose, or whatever else they've drawn. Double Supreme Verdict. Alright. Hey, we drew a threat-ish thing. If we can ever cast it, that is. Yeah, let's just strip hand here. Another opt. Okay. Well, Thoughtseize is going to do nothing at this point. Alright, well, we've literally just drawn all our control cards and no threats, so this is pretty annoying. We can't cast that. What an absolute nuisance. That's not bad, so we can set up for like a good Liliana of the Veil next turn. And Liliana might just be good enough, right? Cryptic, counter draw. Alright, sure. What else you got? Path Oust. I guess we'll take the one that's different, and hopefully my opponent does not draw a counterspell because we are jamming this Liliana. Cool, finally. Alright, we don't need that Fatal Push. That can go. Opponent discards a path. and destroys our shambling vent with their field. All right. Oh, we can't cast Gideon still. All right. Let's get our Stoneforge Mystic out there. Fail to find. All right. Plus, lose the Gideon. All right, cool. Find it with the Opt in their turn. And they play a Flooded Strand. All right, so I guess we can just hardcast this. Living Weapon, Liliana Plus, attack for 1. All right, not bad. Wall of Omens, sure. Let's stop our opponent from stalling this game out. We'll sack the wall, attack for 5. Play our Lingering Souls out. And we have the option to flash it back. We are currently attacking for 7, which is a 2-turn clock though. And if we don't play it back, we play around Supreme Verdict. So I'm just going to leave it where it is right now, which is in the grave. There's the verdict. Let's just thin the deck slightly here. Play a Souls from hand. Plus the Lily. Opponent loses something. Flashback of Souls. Cool. Might as well just equip this onto one of our creatures. Attack with everything. Our opponent's on 6. It should be pretty good. Stony Silence. That does nothing. We kill you. Cool. All right. 3-1. Holy smokes. Go team. All right. So here we are for the 5th and final match of this bond leg. We're versing Cyprus, and we lost to Dyro. We're going to be on the draw. We've got like nothing early to do here and only 1 land, so this is a pretty easy mulligan. All right, this hand looks better because we can actually cast stuff, and we can just ditch one of our lands here. And get on into it. Temple Garden. This Heliod combo. I do like the idea of Brutality, discard the souls. Maybe, you know, get our value and all of that. Looks like Heliod combo. Alright, so we go to the end step. I am excited to play against this deck with a deck that actually has removal and hand disruption. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how we go here. Let's Stoneforge Mystic and we'll get a sort of Fire and Ice so we can shoot down their board, right? Seems like a reasonable line. Eternal Witness, getting back land. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. So us delaying our brutality there, potentially good. This has some effect when it dies, right? You gain life equal to its power. It does indeed. Start off with that Thoughtseize. What is in hand, opponent? Double Collected Company, Spike Feeder, Ranger Captain of Eos. And he's got enough mana to Collected Company next turn, so we can double strip and kill a piece. Do we need this last land that is in hand? Might be nice next turn for Smallpox, so I'm going to escalate 2. Alright, so neg 2 to a creature, target opponent reveals their hand. So target opponent, and we'll get rid of the Conclave. Play black and white, discard the Lingering Souls. Alright, it doesn't gain life because it didn't have any power. Go team. Pretty spicy stuff there. Alright, Ranger Captain of Eos should find Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista might actually be pretty annoying if it starts shooting our creatures, right? Oh, that is a nice draw though. Okay. Do we want a Smallpox here? I think it's probably just trying to do a bit too much if we go for the Smallpox here. Oh, we can actually Lingering Souls. Maybe Lingering Souls would be better than the Thoughtseize. Take the Walking Ballista. Alright, so Windswept Heath was his draw for turn because we knew about a Misty Rainforest. So he's cracking. He's going to get rid of this Horizon Canopy and draw a new card. I guess if he has nothing else, he'll play the Spike Feeder. Not a bad draw. Alright, let's equip. Trigger our Revolt and get rid of this Spike Feeder. And then we can attack and start disrupting his board a little bit harder, right? think we might have finally have run our opponent out of resources. Alright, they've got an Arbor Elf there. Oh, they got double Arbor Elf there. Sure. Guess we attack and they jump block and that's all whatever, you know. I like keeping this lingering soul, this smallpox in hand for a bit longer. I think it can do a little bit more work. Let's get lingering souls out. We'll equip the sword across. This will make it difficult for my opponent to attack. Is Eldorami's call? Path to exile? What's he doing? Let's get rid of the Arbor Elf to power up our smallpox. Alright, I'll just hold up instant speed path to exile here. Collected company. Gotcha. Made it look like Elder Army's cool, but collected company obviously a lot stronger here. Our life total is extremely low. We're only on 4 life here. Skyclave Apparition is going to get rid of the Sword of Fire and Ice. And he's going to get back the collected company. Oh, that's savage, man. That is really, really savage. I think we may have been outvalued at this point in the game. Okay. Oh my god, that is a good draw. What do we do? Attack in the air for 4, play another Lingering Souls. Now we're facing down a collected company. Alright, get ready for some more Skyclave fun. Captain Ranger of Eos, you fucking kidding me, man? Out of all the cards they could draw. Maybe they go for a greedy walking ballista, and we can path the Conclave Mentor. They have drawn extremely well out of the predicament that they were in previously. Four mana? Wow, your third collected... That's the fourth collected company, actually. We discarded 2, but this is the third one he's casting. Holy shit, man. Double spike feeder. Absolutely insane. That Eternal Witness. Ooh. Okay. Alright, let's go down to 3. Get this Sword of Feast and Famine onto the battlefield. Oh, that's not quite good enough. What can we do? He's got 6 creatures. Alright, so equip up this Souls token. Play out our other Stoneforge Mystic. Get our Battle Skull. Attack for 3 here. If we can get to a situation where we like survive with Batterskull, we might be okay. We still can't Smallpox because we just enable dying to Walking Ballista. We need our opponent not to hit a land or Conclave Mentor. Or I suppose Heliod. Oh, really? They can just do that? Oh, that's fun. Cool. Alright, well. Oh, we should have got a Batterskull. This is what I get for trying to be grindy. And Batterskull also plays around Skyclave Apparition, so like, yeah, that's completely silly for me. Obviously Languish is going to be good here. Plague Engineer is going to be good. Collective Brutality seems like it could be good. Timely Reinforcement's probably not. Like, I know he lost that one on life, but it's not always going to go that way, is it? I'm not really sure about Liliana of the Veil. Or Gideon. Let's remove our Gideon. Anything we want less than Liliana of the Veil. Like Feast and Famine. Maybe if we're on the play it might be okay, but not so sure. Can stop green blockers. Most of their blockers are white anyway. And maybe we leave it in for now. Kind of want to leave in 2 Liliana of the Veils, but I'm not sure what else to cut, so I guess we just cut the Sword of Feast and Famine. Alright. See if we can get some value happening here with our Smallpox. Thoughtseize, Languish, Stoneforge, yeah, sweet, keep. This looks great. Here we have to turn 1 Thoughtseize to enable turn 2 Stoneforge Mystic. Information is going to be really nice. Fuck, man. He's got everything. He's got the Eternal Witness. He's got the Collected Company. He's got the Skyclave Apparition. Let's get rid of the Heliod. If he missed a land drop, what does he do? Alright, let's smallpox or not. No, we don't get enough value doing smallpox here. I guess it's just going to be a card we're going to be holding until extremely late. Let's get our Battle Skull. Or maybe Sword of Fire and Ice is correct there. We do have this Languish though, so we shouldn't need the Sword of Fire and Ice. Opponent drew a basic forest. So 1 unknown in hand. That's more like it. Let's go for Thoughtseize. He's got the Walking Ballista as well. Holy shit, man. So like he can just enter Walking Ballista as a 2/2, have it be much bigger than that otherwise would be. I think maybe if we get to a stage where we can Battle Skull across and then Languish our opponent, that could be pretty decent. He keeps playing the lands we already know about. What's that all about? Second Conclave Mentor? Walking Ballista on 1. Sure. Get that Battle Skull down. So keeping our opponents off their lands could be good. He's probably just gonna get rid of our Germ token. He might get rid of our Stoneforge Mystic. I think we pass. We can Battle Skull to hand if he gets rid of Germ token. Then we can Languish. Then we can replay Battle Skull. He keeps drawing lands. I don't know why he's not playing this Windswept Heath. He's holding up Collected Company now. Okay. That's not too bad. Let's attack with our Germ again. See what our opponent does. Mm-hmm. Cool. Alright, let's pull the pin. What do you mean paid to? Okay. Internet was just lagging. Okay, so that one's down. He can shoot me in the face for 2. Then he can collected company, and I guess we'll see how good or bad his collected company is. Probably extremely good. Usually is. We still have to battle through a Skyclave apparition. Oh, so now they get Walking Ballista 2 with Conclave Mentor on the battlefield. OP, OP. We literally did nothing to them that turn. That's a fucking joke. This collected company just instant speed. Completely rebuilt their board state. So you got another collected company off the top, or is he just post-combating something? Wow, has our opponent got another collected company, really? Let's escalate. 2 modes. We're gonna attack our opponent's hand and destroy a creature here. Target opponent, target creature. Casting cost. Discard Urborg. No instants or sorceries in hand, so why did he do that? If we smallpox here, what's the result? He loses a creature which is dealing us damage. We lose our Plague Engineer, which is pretty bad. Alright. Alright, and we're pretty far away from our Batterskull doing anything. This Skyclave beats now? Oh, Spike Feeder wrong. Okay. Wait. Oh, he discarded one of his cards. Was it the Skyclave apparition? I think he discarded the Skyclave apparition. Hey, we drew something. Incredible. It's a big Urmog. Alright, so that's our opponent's second collected company. I guess it's his first of the game. We discarded the first one. Let's see. Wait, no, did he get it back? Because he cast collected company end step, so he must have got it back. Oh no, we discarded Eternal Witness Heliod. He kept the collected company the whole time. Yeah, gotcha. Alright, so he's casting Coco. And he's not just jamming Walking Ballista and Heliod, so that's good. Ranger Captain finds Walking Ballista. Finds Noble Hierarch. Oh, you got the Heliod as well? You flippin' kidding me, man? Fuck this shit, dude. What a joke. What a crap way to end the league as he freaking goes into Heliod off a top decked Coco. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah, I think the deck list mostly felt pretty good. I think maybe we need something a little bit extra in the 2-drop slot here. I'm not exactly sure what yet. Languish. It would be better if it didn't kill our Batterskull, wouldn't it? I wonder if we can get an effect that doesn't kill our Batterskull. That, or we could go for like more Gideons, so we don't quite lose our creatures. Like our manlands are good, they survive the Languish. But Batterskull dying to it is annoying. We could do Flaying Tendrils, but it's only -2/-2, which isn't very much. We could find something at like -3. That would be pretty good. Like obviously Anger of the Gods, but that's in red. Sideboard wise, get rid of that one. Timely Reinforcements was like very, very good against burn. I think Collective Brutality as a 3 of across to 75 is probably just good enough. Against control decks, we found that our Lingering Souls and Liliana were a pretty big standout. They did quite well for us. I'm sort of thinking another Gideon. But we still do need another 2-drop. Alright, I think I'm going to leave that one there. I'm going to be running another league for those of you watching live. For those of you watching at home, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the deck. I think it's pretty interesting, and with maybe some tuning, it could potentially be really good.